This apocalyptic seashore of Sattavaya in Odisha on the east coast of India was home to 600 families until 2018. Among the people who were living here was Sudarshan Raut.
This is where my house was. Do you see the blue pipe? That was for the water. I used to live here with my family. Many families used to live here.
Sudarshan's birthplace and all the landmarks of his childhood memory have been washed away by the encroaching Bay of Bengal.
When I was a child, the sea was much further out, about 2 kilometers away from here. It slowly chased us away. We've had to move 3 times already. It's the end of Sattavaya, the end of its traditions. Its entire history is being washed away.
Odisha has lost almost 30% of its 485 kilometers of coastline in the last 2 decades due to more intense cyclones and the rising sea levels. It's just one example of the many irreversible consequences of climate change the country is facing today. According to a UN report, India lost $87 billion due to extreme weather events in just 2020. Most of it was due to droughts and erratic monsoons. Monsoons are crucial for farmers who largely depend on rainfall for irrigation.
paddy totally damaged hua.
For rice grower Dusasan Nayak, even a slight change in the rainfall leads to disastrous outcomes.
The crops you can see here were ready to harvest, but the floods came and destroyed everything. My summer harvest has already been lost, and if the rain doesn't come soon, I won't have anything this winter either.
Between 2000 and 2019, India was hit by 321 environmental disasters. These disasters are becoming more frequent and deadlier. 80,000 people have lost their lives in natural catastrophes over the past 20 years. Thunderstorms, floods, landslides, heat waves, and even a Himalayan glacier burst. No part of the country is spared. Among the cities recently affected is Chiploon. In July, 24 hours of non-stop rains completely flooded the city. Ashik Humdule is a businessman. 3 months on, the aftermath of the flooding is still visible.
Can you see the line there? The water rose that high. You can see it here too.
Here the water level had reached almost 6 meters. 30 homes were completely destroyed.
This was the living room.
This house belonged to his brother.
These were the bedrooms. We tried to save things from being swept away. My brother and I had water up to our necks while we were trying to tie up the fridge and the rest of the furniture.
Ashik and his brother escaped unharmed, but not everyone was so lucky here. This street alone has seen 10 deaths. A strong current swept away this woman's brother-in-law.
The water started coming in at about 6 in the morning. We didn't know he'd gone outside to try and rescue people. We thought he would come back. His wife is still in a state of shock. She's barely spoken to anyone since it happened.
Human and infrastructure losses are likely to be made worse by rapid urbanization. Mumbai, a city of 20 million people. Here, more than anywhere else in the country, the boom in housing projects comes at a cost. The economic capital of India is being deprived of its natural protector, a 200 square kilometer of mangrove forest that surrounds the city. Nanda Kumar Pawar is an environmentalist. He watches over this mangrove swamp with the help of a local community of fishermen. Together, they fight a number of government construction projects, including a high-speed train track, a sea bridge, and even an airport to conserve the mangroves.
Whenever there is a flood, water gets accumulated automatically due to the gravitation force and don't allow those water to go into the city. And this is natural, flood control mechanism. That's very sad part of the entire ecology and the authority, what their priority to develop only infrastructure and not intend to protect what we have for the future generation.
A future that could prove murky. According to a government report, the temperature in India is expected to rise 4 degrees by the end of this century.